Once, a very long time ago, in a forest, there was a tree, which is a very nice thing to have in a forest. Now, in this tree, there happened to live a funny little man in a green suit with a pointed cap. He didn't live there alone, for he had a son, who was also a funny little man in a green suit with a pointed cap. Then one day, the son came to his father with a question that he had been wondering about for 50 years.
How come we got to live in a tree?
Because we're not ordinary folks, boy.
How so?
We're magic.
Magic?
Yep.
How so?
Well, you know how sometimes folks get into trouble, and then they meet a funny little man who makes a deal to help them out, and he does little magic, and then later on they write a fairy tale about it?
Yeah?
Funny little man, that's us.
And being that it was his son's 600th birthday, the little man went on to say,
And now, sonny boy, it's time for you to go out into the world and make a name for yourself.
If I do real good, will they write a fairy tale about me?
Without a doubt.
The son was very excited about this prospect, and bidding his father farewell, he skipped happily out of the forest and set out to make a name for himself. In the village nearby, there was a miller who was very poor, but as luck would have it, he had a very beautiful daughter. Now, it so happened that one day, the miller had occasion to speak to the king.
I got a daughter who can spin gold out of straw.
Spin gold out of straw?
Yep.
Bring this girl to my castle tomorrow, and if she can do as you say, I shall take her for my bride. Good day.
Father, what did you tell him a thing like that for?
So that he'll marry you. We can live in a palace in comfort.
But I can't spin gold out of straw. You know that.
Yeah, I know it, and you know it. But the king doesn't know it. And we sure won't tell him.
The next morning, the king placed the unfortunate miller's daughter in a room of the castle with a spinning wheel and a stack of straw.
Now spin that straw to gold, or else.
Thereupon, he carefully locked the door, and she remained alone.
I don't want to be, or else... No!
She began to softly weep. Now, the funny little man in the green suit with the pointed cap had heard about the young girl's plight, and he knew that this was the chance that he had been waiting for, so into the room he hopped.
How do you do?
Who are you?
I'm a funny little man in a green suit.
You could say that again.
I'm a funny little man.
Never mind. What do you want?
I will spin that straw to gold for you if you will give me your first child after you become queen.
My first child? Why that?
Who knows? Makes the plot better.
It was agreed, and the little man jumped to the wheel and in no time at all had spun a room full of gold. When in the morning the king found everything as he had wished,
Wow! I'm rich!
they were married, and the miller's daughter became queen. About 2 years afterwards, a beautiful child was born, and the little man appeared once again.
Hi, I came for the kid.
But you can't have my child. What will you do with him?
Dress him in a green suit, make a funny little old man out of him. What else? No, I tell you what, I'll make a deal. If you can discover what my name is within 2 days, you can keep the child. Boy, won't this make a keen fairy tale someday?
And with that, the queen called to mind all of the names that she could think of.
Henry, Clyde, Newton, George, Marmaduke, Sidney, Frank.
Nah.
Then on the next day, she desperately tried once more.
Ning Toy, Running Mouse, Cherry Nose, Charlie Brown.
No, you have failed.
Well, what is your name then?
It's,
Oh, then a horrible realization came to the little man. He didn't know what his name was.
Wait here. I'll be right back.
He dashed into the kingdom to see if he could find anybody who could tell him what his name was.
Do you know me?
No, I can't say I do. And with any luck, I never will.
He asked everyone he chanced to meet, but nobody could tell him who he was. Finally, out of desperation, he went to an old wise man who lived in a hole in the ground.
No, I don't know your name, but I know how you can find out.
Tell me, quick.
Get yourself a mailbox. Sooner or later, somebody will send you a letter. Then all you have to do is see what name is on the envelope.
That was it. He was truly a wise man.
Oh, I don't know. If I had any brains, I wouldn't be living in a hole in the ground. Now, would I?
The little man did as he was instructed, and before long, he did receive a letter. He eagerly looked at the envelope, but when he saw what his name was, he was shocked.
Rumpelstiltskin? What kind of a name is that? I can't go back to the queen and tell her that my name is Rumpelstiltskin. I'd be the laughingstock of the kingdom.
And so the queen and her child lived happily ever after, for she never saw the funny little man in the green suit again. In fact, nobody ever saw the little man again because he was so ashamed that he changed his name to Louis Smith. And we all know that there's never been a fairy tale about Louis Smith. That is, until just now. Once upon a time, in the little town of Daniels on the Rocks, there lived a beauty and a beast.
Oh, I'm not really a beast. Actually, I'm a prince. But I'm all fussed up like this because of witchcraft.
Please. But ugly as he was, he could once again become handsome just by being kissed by a beauty.
Kissed? Oh, so that's the bit. Just get kissed by a... Man, it's not as easy as it sounds.
That was probably the wrong girl anyway. And so, the beast set out to find the beauty whose love would break his magic spell.
How do you do, miss? I'm not really a beast, but a prince. The victim of...
You're no prince.
And you're no beauty either. Boy, that's what I really needed. Hello, you gorgeous thing. I'm not really a beast, but a prince. The victim of... witchcraft! Listen to me. This is a true story. I'm... a handsome prince.
Well, an inventive beast knows when to change tactics, and this particular beast knew that it was the smart thing to present his case before presenting his face.
Call me a beast, will you?
Next, the beast posed as an old friend of the family.
Ho, 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 ho. How about a big kiss for Santy?
Well, obviously, it was time to look for another approach. A kissing booth, at a fair, for instance. There, the beast would simply buy a kiss for himself, and it just might be the kiss. Then again, it might not.
Maybe I should quit when I'm ahead. If you didn't call this being ahead.
Well, if one can't even buy a kiss, one is forced into devious measures. Something subtle, sophisticated, something ingenious, yet inobvious. Fortunately for the beast, there was a wedding taking place in a nearby garden. A natural. The beast simply had to stand in line with the other guests and kiss the bride.
This is it. I feel more handsome already. I would like to say a few words about... Stop that dancing up there. Another day, another ugly.
But wait, what is this? A fair maid in yon balcony.
Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou?
Up, 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 and away!
The damsel did not do good like a Juliet should. However, not to be discouraged, the beast tried again, this time by air. His takeoff was superb, but we can't say as much for his landing. Jousting was an old favorite sport in fairy story days. After the joust, the winner usually threw a rose to the lady of his choice, who, in return, would reward him with a kiss. This seemed like a perfect opportunity to the beast, so he threw the rose, it was high and a little inside, and made ready to receive his reward. But instead, the next good prospect for a kiss was on the edge of disaster as the beast happened by.
I'll save her. Then she'll kiss me out of gratitude. No, wait, stop. Don't do it. Hold it. Don't be rash. Wait, hold on. I'll save you.
Well, eventually, even a beast gets discouraged.
I'm just a no-good beastnik.
So the next time he met a beauty...
Hello? Here, hit me. Go ahead, shock me good. Say all do.
But the beast can only become a prince again if a beauty kisses him. The real beauty, black of hair.
Black of hair. hair.
Red of lips.
Red of lips.
Fair of skin.
Fair of... It's her. I mean, you or she. This is the one. Kiss me. Better try again, baby. That one didn't take.
Well, the script says that you turn back into a prince. You really are a prince, aren't you?
Listen, Bud. You get kissed your way, I'll get kissed my way.